don't know if I just got a cool spawn or if this is a calamity mode thing, but I spawned right in the middle of two mountains, so my house is like right behind or
It's in
to
the valley.
right in the middle of two mountains, yeah, in the valley. So it's a cool spawn, whether it is supposed to be that way or not, I don't know.
Oh shoot! I left my window open.
It is pretty neat.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
guys.
just gonna teleport somewhere random. Hey, lava.
The window's closed, so we're good now.
Oh, I jumped in the lava.
That would have been embarrassing. We would have heard like the deck builders out there.
They're building a deck right now.
Well, I assume they're there. I haven't checked for a while.
I assume they're out there in the dark working away.
Yeah,
just slaving away.
The last time I checked on them was when I started carving the pumpkin.
Dude, I don't think I have ever carved a pumpkin.
I always carve a pumpkin.
I
never not carve pumpkin.
I have carved a few pumpkins in my life, and it has been a while, but I have carved a new pumpkin, and I'm considering eating the seeds of the pumpkin.
Pumpkin seeds are good, but I think they're take too long to make for me.
They do not take too long. You fucking salt them, put them in the oven, and fucking wait.
Do you broil them?
For me, since I've never done it before, I gotta look up how to do it.
But I roast them.
Roast them? Okay. Well, I'll go with your method, Gavin. I've put them on my pizza pan, and I'll put some salt on them and throw them in the oven. I'm letting them dry right now.
Yes.
I thought it might be good to just leave them dry, and then over the weekend, I thought that'd be a good snack.
Well, it's good to soak them in like a saltwater brine for like a day, and then check them out and let them dry, and then you can season them however you want. Sometimes I do sugar and cinnamon. Sometimes I just do some seasoning salt. Sometimes I just do salt.
Yeah, I don't have sugar, so it's gonna be salt.
How do you not have sugar?
I don't bake, so I don't use sugar.
That's like one of the essential things to have.
I don't bake.
That's understandable.
What do you put sugar in?
Well, I'm making alcohol, so I use like a cup of sugar all the time.
Always use sugar.
The only time I had the sugars was when I was making cookies.
Well, sometimes I'll make like a burger or like a sandwich, and
with sugar.
If you oil, yes, let me get to it, motherfucker. If you oil a pan to like roast your buns or something on, and you add a little bit of sugar, you can get like a crunchy caramelized bottom to your bun, which will offset the savoriness of the burger.
Mm.
Dude, Gavin, you've crossed over the 1,000 hours in Terraria.
Oh my god!
Oh. Man, he was so excited he's choking.
Riley, you recently crossed the 3/4 of 1,000 hours.
Yay.
Wow.
That's 33.33333333333333 and so on.
Oh.
Percent the way there.
No, percent away.
Oh, away?
Yeah,
oh shoot, that's 66.66666666666, etc. percent the way there.
Yeah.
I thought I had more than 300 hours.
You just didn't question it when you heard it.
It's you just ignored half of what I said.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Or all of what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then he drops the beat.
Oh no, better pick it up. Up. No? Okay.
I was waiting for Jack. He was supposed to be the one that comes back in.
He was supposed to pick it up.
And then he didn't pick it up.
Who didn't
pick what up?
I didn't pick up my sack.
Oh, you're stupid.
Before you sat down? God, I've made that mistake before.
Oh, Cameron went with the old-timey Mikey.
What?
Your mic, it sounds a lot
No,
different.
I didn't.
Guys, the Terraria wiki has 40 times the amount of pages as the Holy Bible.
Oh yeah, I don't know if Calamity Mod messes with rarities at all, but I already have 2 slime staffs. So
probably.
I'm guessing
and the slime staff It's not as rare anymore because usually, well, before they added Pinky, it was super rare. But with Pinky, it's 1 in 100.
But if I have to kill 100 pinkies for the possibility of getting a slime staff, I think I'd just rather kill normal slimes at that point.
I mean,
Yeah, but
you
then
get like 4 pinkies
10,000
per
normal
slime.
slimes.
It's pretty common.
Yeah, and there was no slime rains back in the day.
Back in the day!
Back in my day!
Back in my day, you had to hunt, eat slime individually, they would just come down on you.
Back in my day, you had to look for a slime statue.
And back in my day, you just asked the wiki, and then you just followed whatever the wiki said.
That's what
I
they're
still do
doing,
that.
Riley. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, the wiki said, get a slime statue and then fucking jump on a pressure plate 8 million times.
Yeah, but they're saying it in an old timey voice. I was saying it in my amazing modern voice.
Oh, it spawned me to a sky island. How nice, random teleportation.
Well,
potion.
Mr. Modern,
Ask me.
drop your sack and then sit on it.
Yeah, drop your sack, Riley. Drop it now.
Drop your sack and sit on it. Sit on that sack.
Are you
Jump on
insinuating
it.
that I haven't gone through puberty yet, Jack?
Drop your sack.
I don't think that's what he's saying at all. I think he's
Drop your
just saying.
sack and sit on it.
Oh, that's an ore I can't mine. I should probably make a better pickaxe.
I remember the first time I had school lunch, it was because I forgot my sack lunch outside at the bus
You
stop.
dropped your sack?
I was playing around at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and then I left my lunch there when I got on the bus. I was like, no, I gotta get school lunch. And it was Max Pizza Sticks, and I fell in love.
Oh,
Oh gosh, Max Pizza
Oh my
Sticks
God.
again,
never
guys.
using this shit again.
Yeah, and then somehow when I
Fuck
went,
this sack.
when school was over and I got off the bus, it was just laying right where I left it.
Oh,
then
well.
you
No neighbors'
picked it up.
dogs, fucking ate it or anything.
Oh, lucky you.
Oh wait, I forgot. The bus came to your house.
No,
Of
like it
course.
goes at the stop in the mailbox.
Yeah.
That was when there was, actual people who rode the bus living in my neighborhood. Now I don't
Imagine
think anyone
people
rides the
riding
bus.
buses.
Yeah, because there's another kid.
Yeah, because
well,
Riley, that's not that crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, there was another kid in my
about to
neighborhood.
hurt yourself.
He was 4 years younger than me, but his parents were like, nah, we won't let you ride the bus because it's dangerous.
I rode the bus.
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't understand. They're like,
It's very dangerous. Have you
I
seen
thought my
some of the
mom
kids
was
on there?
overprotective, and
Oh.
then hearing that, I was like, okay, it could have been worse. Could have been
Yeah.
worse.
My parents are alright, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have to make sack lunches. We rode the bus to school. It took an hour. What else?
I don't think I've ever had a single sacked lunch, ever. I've always eaten school lunches.
I
had sack.
definitely did do some packed lunches before, but it
Yeah, in,
was
like,
very
elementary.
rare.
And then I
Very rare,
discovered
yeah.
greatness of school
I don't
lunch.
even think I had packed lunches for whenever we went on field trips.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if I did, it was just like a sandwich and some chips.
Chocolate.
That's basically a sack lunch. A sandwich, bag of chips, and then you could go fancy and get like
Shit,
a
sometimes it
granola
was
bar
me packing. It was just 3 bags of chips.
or a yogurt if you're really
I think I had a Go-Gurt once.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Very
I love
fancy.
Go-Gurt.
Yeah, I haven't had one. And do they even make those anymore?
I'm
Yes,
pretty
I
sure
hope they
they
do.
do.
They totally do, bro. I bought some Go-Gurt, or some Danimals, the other day.
I
Danimal.
haven't had those in forever either.
Yeah.
What does Danimal mean?
It
Dude,
means
it just means
nothing.
animals,
Is
dude.
it like a dancing
It's-
animal?
No, Riley, it's just a catchy name for a brand product.
Like the
That's
guy
all
that's
it
named
is.
Dan wanted to make
Riley,
animals.
please shut up.
Yeah, you liquefied animals and they just taste like yogurt.
Ah.
Both of you, shut the fuck up. Okay? You're both wrong, and I hate both of you now.
Oh, I can't get
Hey.
this Sky Island ore.
You are using the right mic, right, Cameron?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's using the left one.
Because it sounded different from yesterday's, and it does not like.
No, is this better?
Yeah.
I wasn't using the right.
Okay. I'm like, I feel like I'd be gaslit again, but you know.
Before it sounded like you were talking into a cardboard tube. Now
Yeah.
you sound normal.
Apparently, my mother didn't know the definition of gaslight.
Is that when you turn the knob on the stove and it lights up?
No, she didn't say that, but that would be a great response to it. I really felt like she was gaslighting me into making me believe she didn't know what gaslighting is.
No,
Like,
nobody talks about gaslighting, Riley.
Riley,
What are you talking about?
Riley, your mom's old. You think she knows modern slang?
I didn't know it was that modern.
It's modern-ish.
Oh.
It was modern when it came out.
Cool, man. So you know, like we call like the the Renaissance era or the whatever era. So our modern time means like current. So like in 100, 200 years, what do you think our current time like?
We're either going to be known as the 9/11 time or the COVID-19 time.
What?
Jack,
Whoa,
the
that's a Prince's guy?
Jack, the 1910s aren't known as the Titanic time. Okay,
It's true.
That's what I call them by.
The entirety of like this whole century isn't going to be defined by the Twin Towers getting blown up at the beginning
Of the century, yeah.
I mean, that kind of explains it so far.
I think people are saying we're gonna be like the digital era or the information era.
That sounds more right. Internet.
I heard
era.
that before, but what are they just going to not give each other
They're not gonna
information
learn
100 years from
anymore?
now?
That's
Fucking stupid.
Jack, what you just said implies that we don't have anything from the Industrial Revolution to this day.
Yeah.
You're a fucking dumbass.
I don't see any trains near me.
Yeah. Any trains?
Yeah, there's a train that
definitely.
passes by the middle of fucking town every week because I hear it all the
I
time.
hear a train too. Oh
Yeah, there's
gosh.
definitely not one within earshot of us either.
Nah, I never hear it, so it doesn't exist.
Is that how it
Can't hear
works?
it doesn't exist.
The Jack rule: if you can't hear, it don't know it
It's
exists.
just like if I don't look at my pile of dishes, they don't.
It's audio permanence.
Ooh, audio permanence. If you don't hear your dishes falling from the ceiling, then they're not there.
Yeah, when I was at Perkins,
Well, I hope they're not on the ceiling, I guess.
I don't know why they'd be there.
That's where Jack
Yeah, I was at
stores
Perkins,
his dishes.
and they dropped like 12 dishes. It sounded like.
You counted them?
Oh, that happens all
No,
the
it's
time.
just like.
So it sounded like one dish fell?
No, it went on for longer than one dish, Riley.
Okay. Your sound effect did.
2 dishes.
2 dishes.
Gavin,
No, it's
how's
like
your
at
card
least
shop going?
4.
The card shop simulator thing?
Yeah, I'm asking Gavin how his card shop's doing.
Oh, it's there.
He's been
Mine's
enraptured
doing-
with Terraria.
He's been
Yeah.
closed for a couple days.
My card shop's been going pretty good.
I've been following the dopamine, and it's been taking me other places.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes, and I just never return.
Yeah, the game I've recently played is the new Zelda game,
Terraria with us.
There's
Yeah,
no
we know
spoilers,
it's
I wanna
stupid.
play
Echoes
it.
of Wisdom. It's really good. I've played about 2 hours of it. It's like probably my favorite Legend of Zelda game.
You
I'm
said it's a
pretty-
new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
newest Zelda game.
I didn't
Yeah.
know there was a new one.
It came out
neither did
last month.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
It's like the first
Yeah, news to
official
me.
game where you play as Zelda.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, because
new
it's
to me.
new, and you guys aren't.
Oh,
I
the
never heard of it,
the
so
main
it's
character
this.
is Zelda. Who would want to fucking play that?
It's so
Ew.
good. It's so good.
I want to play.
Highly suggest.
Oh, there's so many
As
things I
me
can make
too.
with Crimtane.
Being a good.
So many cool things.
Oh, can you
So
make
many.
a crim tussie?
I mean,
What?
there's a few things that look close.
What does that even mean, Jack?
A crimtane just kind of looks like one already.
Yeah,
In order.
kinda.
I'm going to pretend Jack doesn't exist.
Bloody worm food.
So
Ooh.
we're just gonna pretend that we didn't hear Jack so that he doesn't exist.
Yes.
Someone's a perforator hive. It doesn't sound cool.
A hive means more than one.
Yeah, more
Does
than
it?
one perforator. Yeah.
More than one
Does a
hole.
hive
Yeah.
mean that?
Well, a hive usually has multiple holes.
There's
Yeah.
so much stealth stuff. Jack, you'd love it.
It's been a while since I've done this, but definition of hive?
Oh, stealth strikes have +8 penetration.
A definition of hive.
Oh.
First thing is a beehive, so that doesn't really help me too much. A place in which people are bustily occupied.
And if you use a
Awesome.
sheath, you get
Bustily.
+10 stealth. And you're 4% faster.
Place bees in a hive. I don't know how that's a verb.
So then if you're naturally sheathed, you just have natural +10?
Maybe.
Anyways,
Oh.
welcome to the podcast. We haven't.
If you
we
use
haven't,
anti-cyst ointment, you can keep cysts from spawning.
yeah, that's very nice. Welcome to the podcast. We're talking today about jellyfish. It's going to be a grand time, away with any weird
terraria.
thing. Yeah, any weird terraria things that may have occurred.
Ooh, a scab ripper. Gross.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite jellyfish experience
Flesh of
you've
infidelity.
ever had?
I've had 0 jellyfish experience.
Yeah, I have 0 experience
I've
with
never been
jellyfish.
to the ocean.
Okay.
Therefore, I have
Okay,
no-
sorry. Let me rewind. What's your favorite, like, I don't know, like
I've touched a
movie
jellyfish.
There's
Jumping jellyfish!
aquarium jellyfish.
Yeah, I touched an
Very
aquarium
good.
jellyfish.
Riley.
Was that?
I could not hear anything you said. These two chuckle fucks talked over you.
Just
I
what's?
touched an aquarium jellyfish.
Yeah. Okay, Gavin, expound upon that. What's
It
it like?
jelly-like.
Like,
Not very fish-like, but pretty jelly-like, honestly.
Did it poison you and you're dead?
No.
There's probably some jellyfish that can kill you, but
I think most jellyfish are bad. Don't touch. Not
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
like
Most are
electric and
poisonous.
I
water,
didn't
right?
say any of them are ones you should touch. I said there's probably some that can kill you.
Yeah, I've seen Finding Nemo, and you can bounce on top of their jelly-like head. I think is that its body?
It's both.
Okay, it's
It's yes.
it's okay. So you can jump upon it and be just fine. But you know, it's if you touch its arms, if you give a jellyfish a handshake, it
I
will
mean-
electrocute you.
I mean, if you bring
SpongeBob-
it to land and try and jump on it, you're going to have a very different experience.
SpongeBob taught me that jellyfish shoot lightnings out of their little tendrils.
Yeah. Very accurate.
Yeah, from ever since I watched SpongeBob, I want to know how jellyfish jelly tastes. So
Me
prob-
too.
I don't think.
doesn't.
If you could milk a jellyfish and get some sort of jelly, I'd want to try it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't think jellyfish can be milked because they're not
He
mammals.
said if, Riley. He said if.
Are jellyfish fish?
No, they're.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
They're
pretty
jelly.
That's a great question.
They're like 98% water. They're obviously
Are jellyfish
Jelly.
fish?
They absolutely are not. Starfish
That's-
aren't fish either.
yeah, just like a peanut ain't no nut, a jellyfish ain't no fish.
Yeah, coconut's not a nut. either.
Strawberry's not a berry.
Yeah,
Yeah, what is a strawberry? It's
We've been over.
Jack isn't
It's a
jacked. We all know these things.
Hey, I'm like
It's just
opposite
not
day,
a
Jack.
berry.
Yeah, I know. It's not a berry, but I forgot what it was.
Me
I
too,
thought there was a
Jack, me too.
specific thing for
They're probably.
These last
but
6
that-
months have really gone downhill.
it. 6 months?
I've tried on and off to exercise. It doesn't stick for very long.
I played.
Yeah,
I had a 2-week stint of Ring Fit Adventure, and those were the worst 2 weeks of my life.
I got fit for 2 whole weeks and it sucked every day.
Oh no! I just felt awful every day, and I'm like, well,
It doesn't help that I got Perkins, like just an hour ago, and then I got half a dozen cookies to go, and
I kind of want a good chicken strip melt right now. That sounds great.
what I had. It was great.
a chicken strip melt.
Yeah,
I heard
the
malt at
best
first,
thing.
and I'm like, you're gonna
Oh,
have a
I dip a
chicken.
chicken strips melt in a malt. I'd do that.
Ooh,
That
yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get here from Jellyfish?
Hey, that's
Jellyfish
just how-
jelly,
Jack.
jellyfish jelly on a Krabby Patty. Krabby Patty's like a sandwich.
no,
Chicken strip melt.
Krabby Patties had nothing to do with this.
They put jelly on a Krabby Patty. What do you mean?
They
No,
had nothing.
Yeah, we
It had
never
nothing
talked
to
about
do with how we
jellyfish.
got
Or
here.
sorry, we didn't
We
talk
talked
about
about
Krabby
jellyfish
Patties.
jelly, and I'm saying they put jellyfish jelly on a Krabby
That
Patty.
isn't what led us
We
to Perkins,
got
though.
led to
I'm-
Perkins because Gavin was like, "Oh,
Okay,
jellyfish
fine.
aren't
Jack
fish,
brought it up.
peanuts aren't
There.
nuts," and Jack
There,
isn't
how
Jack.
much more of a boring
then-
story is that?
Then Jack was like,
great.
"Oh, just 6 months or something. I have Perkins and the cookies, and then
Let me
malts."
just be terse and short on this video where we're supposed to talk a lot. Just say Jack said it and move on. Yeah, that sounds like great content.
Anyways,
We're gonna
yeah,
get
jellyfish.
squirrel
I don't think I've actually touched a jellyfish. I have been to
I have.
both of the oceans
I've never been
surrounding
to an ocean.
the U.S.
neither.
I've also been to the Gulf of Mexico, but I don't really remember that very well.
I've played golf.
With
I play mini
Mexico.
golf, and whatever you call hitting the ball as hard as you can and not picking them up.
I call that golf.
Top golf.
Oh, that is top golf.
No, there was no holes involved. We were just hitting them across the road.
That's exactly what top golf
Into
is.
the road, I guess.
Sounds like top golf, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
No.
It's where you hit the ball as hard as you can. Some people go for holes, but most people just swing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
That was me in the golfing course in high school. The most lame fucking thing ever.
They had a golfing course in high school?
Yeah, it
I
was
remember
one
it
of
being
the,
a thing, but I don't remember ever doing it.
Was that part
I
of the
did
Project
it.
Adventure thing?
no, that was nothing.
Oh.
Project
to do with
Adventure was way different.
I never did that.
I did.
I did. It was fun.
I was
even though
forced to swim
I
instead.
didn't do the zip lining.
Oh gosh, I hate
Hi.
zip lining. One zip line experience, almost died, and now I don't think I'm
Nice.
ever gonna go
Racked
zip
my
lining
nuts
again.
on the pole on the other side and never wanted to do it again.
Luckily, you're not forced to zip line. You could choose to not do it, like I did.
The rock wall was the only enjoyable part for me.
I think
I
they got
like
rid of that
the-
rock wall.
They got rid of both of those.
Safety
What?
hazards.
Last time I passed by the high school, the entire Project Adventure obstacle thingy was dismantled. Even the
We're tethering high schoolers to high schoolers and trusting the high schoolers to protect the high schoolers? What is wrong with you?
even the weird fucking spiderweb thing is gone.
What's
Oh, I
spider web
love
thing?
the spider web thing.
It's a spider
No.
web
It
thing?
was, it was one of the team exercises. We had to
A girl touched my butt.
figure out how to get each person through a different space in the web without using the same space twice.
The
And
girl didn't
like,
touch my butt, but in soccer, someone punched me in the face.
Wow.
I almost got punched in the face by a girl.
I was punched in the face.
by a girl.
Was it by
I
a
kicked balls into
female?
girls' faces. Zach.
Oh, because we were playing soccer, and so I was trying to get the ball, and she like turned around, and she wasn't looking, and she just punched me in the face.
I got afraid that the soccer ball was coming near me, so I just kicked the shit out of it, and on 2 different occasions, it flew straight into females' faces. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the ball came right back to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway,
Wait, you did it back to back?
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh! First
I
one
just
was
know
an
it happened
accident.
twice.
The second time, I think, was instinct.
It was accidental instinct.
Yeah, that's what you call that.
It was basic instinct.
It was ultra instinct.
Oh,
I say that even though me and Jack are the only people who've watched Dragon Ball.
Hey, I've watched some of it.
and to the Box Elder stuff, truck, trailer.
I fucking hate box elder bugs.
Yeah. How many houses have you lived in your life?
Yeah, more than my hands can count.
So like 6.
Yeah.
Right.
I am a woodworker who has lost many fingers, so yeah, more than 6 probably.
Gosh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many places I've been. Like if I
I can
count.
guarantee it's more than 10, but at that point I was too young to remember a lot of them. So
Fair.
I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 were in this very town.
Oh really?
Yeah, really.
The town where dreams come true.
Dreams do not become memes because they come true.
Don't let
Because
your
they don't
dreams
come
be memes.
Oh gosh, Gavin, my sister finally, my pumpkin consultant finally
My
responded.
pumpkin sister consultant.
No, just pumpkin consultant. She
Oh.
responded, and her response was absolutely love it with like 7 or 8 exclamation marks.
What,
Was that
what
the
do you need a
sarcasms?
pumpkin consultant for?
For my you weren't here. I pumpkin carved.
Oh.
And
He done carved a pumpkin.
and I
Okay, you have to put a photo in the photo chat.
oh gosh.
Yeah, where's the photo chat?
Yeah.
Then you gotta post it on the
You
podcast.
can't say that you carved a pumpkin.
Do you
and
want
not
the lights
put
on or
Yeah,
lights
pics
off?
or it didn't happen.
on? Obviously.
On.
Yeah, and you have to show it on the podcast too, since we're talking about it for so long.
The lights
Yeah,
lights on
yeah.
one is
Yeah.
okay. I feel like I'm gonna get
Both.
judged
Do lights
very
on or
harshly here.
Nah, no, we never.
I mean,
We would
you, Riley.
never not such a thing.
Okay.
as a friend, I feel like I need to be
Right.
honest with you.
I decided to
Riley,
send both.
Have we ever been known to judge you for anything?
Well, the lights off one looks pretty good.
You like filleted his flesh, dude. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay. Yeah, I
Did
probably need to explain the flesh carving. So
No, it's so you could get it lighter. I get it.
yeah. There was 2 reasons. I
Oh.
had initially was just trying to do a sketch on the pumpkin, not thinking my pencil would engrave into his skin, and I couldn't erase that. So I'm like, you know what? Well, just carve that off a little bit. And I didn't really have. I should have used a smaller knife. I used too big of a knife and did not have a lot of precision.
You know, Riley, you are like one of the most least artistic people I've ever met in my entire life. So by Riley Sanders, this is actually very.
Yeah, this was very amazing for Riley.
Oh,
I agree.
I should have got a bigger pumpkin.
It's a halfway decent pumpkin. I don't have many complaints about this.
With lights off, it's great. I'd walk by that house and be like, haha, Luigi.
It's a Luigi.
It's a me.
Oh shoot!
Princess Peach.
The lights on version is a little.
Here,
worse,
I
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like peeling his flesh for
Okay.
funsies or something.
I don't know what the deal with the black outline around the nose is.
I wanted the nose to pop, and I couldn't figure out how to get the nose to pop.
Carve around it like you did the rest of his
Yeah.
flesh, therefore it's darker than the surrounding flesh. What do you mean I don't know how to get it to pop?
Yeah, Riley. I don't think.
Oh, so you're saying I should carve around?
I don't think drawing a Sharpie around the nose with lights off is going to make it pop at all.
Or you could take a slit like halfway deep into the
Okay,
pumpkin all around the nose to create like a light ring around the nose too if you want to pop.
Yeah, and to
I
keep the
just-
nose attached. Just
Sorry. Say again. You want me to slit the nose?
Take a
Max, we're
small
just
slit all the way
commercial.
around the nose that only goes halfway deep into the
Yes.
pumpkin to
Yeah,
create
so-
a light ring around the nose.
yeah, so
Mm.
going on?
We are
We're
very
talking- we're
harshly
talking-
judging Riley.
we're talking about
And giving
Riley.
him pointers.
He just posted in chat.
Oh, that pumpkin?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pumpkin.
that's right.
Riley
I mean-
did that.
It does look a little ravaged, but it's workable.
Yeah, but lights off mode is great.
Oh,
I mean, he does have a
don't get
weird
ahead of
left
yourself
eye,
there.
but
I'm hearing that
Great.
this is like one of the best things I've ever done.
the left eye looks like it has 2 pupils. Luigi's left, not our left.
Let's see, Luigi's left. Yeah, I wasn't very precise on the pupils, and it
shows.
Yeah.
I usually do a smiley face, so it's better than I've ever done.
Well, there we go.
Way more artistic stuff, so it's worse than I've ever done. But you're trying.
I've never enjoyed
attempted
carving, so I always did the basic bitch jack-o'-lantern face.
I go intricate as hell. I get drills into it, and knives. And,
oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm real fan.
I didn't like scooping out all the seeds. That sucked all the enjoyment of pumpkin carving.
But you get to eat the seeds.
I love the seeds. It's the best part.
We never cooked the seeds.
Cook the seeds.
Well, then you're missing out on like 80% of Halloween.
I finally got the pumpkin onto the screen.
Oh, good for you.
How long have you been trying to get it on there?
How long?
Before you got on.
When did I post the pictures?
Like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay, about 4 minutes ago.
About 4 minutes then, yeah.
Cool.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so that's my this is the first attempt in like several years, at least 5, maybe 5 to 8 years.
I see.
So it's been a while.
Like you, about 5 to 8 years younger, would have made something like this.
Brutal. All right, Gavin. Hit or miss. My dad got me a Dremel. Do or do I not bust out the Dremel for pumpkin carving?
It's all right. It's not an amazing tool, but it's pretty good. If you want to make some like sweeping arches that don't go all the way through the pumpkin, just like some glowing arches and whatnot with the sander, that's pretty good.
I kind of want to try to replicate. It's like a pumpkin with a goofy smile, and he has like a huge cigarette in his mouth. I want to try to recreate that.
Oh yeah, you could do like a goofy smile, and then with the sander bit on the Dremel, outline the cigarette so it's not pure light, but just lighter than the rest, and then fully carve out the flamey part so that's brighter than the rest of the cigarette.
What if you bought like a big old cigar, put that in the jack-o'-lantern's mouth, and then lit the end of the cigar while also lighting the candle inside the.
And then got like a small little pump to put on the end of the cigar, so every now and again you can press a button and have him puff on it.
Or it does it automatically.
Or that, yeah, put it on a timer.
That'd be pretty cool.
This is the Gavin, the image.
Or you get some thermite. Someone rings the doorbell.
I've done that version where he's munching on a tiny pumpkin. I've done that in real life.
Nice.
I do like the munchy pumpkin.
Yeah, look at that kid. Anyways, Max, what's your jellyfish related story?
Yeah. We all had one, and they were very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've held a jellyfish.
Oh, tell us about it.
What?
Yeah, we went to Norway when I was a little kid. And went to go see the ocean. And you could just like walk into like the ocean and like just pick up and find a jellyfish.
And
they're really weird feeling. They're like heavier than you'd think too.
Now, would you say they're more jelly than fish, or more fish than jelly?
Oh, they're like 99% jelly.
Told you.
The one I hold was like 100% gagged, but
what? Who's the two people that questioned you?
No, the two people that touched them agree.
Oh.
Yeah, right. The one I touched was like very much not alive, but
I was gonna say, like, weren't you worrying about it like stinging you or something?
Not all of them sting.
Riley, a sting happens regardless of if they're alive or not. That's just how their tendrils work. It's not a willing action they take.
Well, they could put some more oomph into it, probably.
Yeah, probably, but the actual sting, it happens when you touch them.
Yeah, if they had anything other than jelly in their head in order to think enough to put extra juice into it.
Yeah, they're goofy little things.
Yeah, goofy little things.
And they got plenty of jelly in their head when they're in the water and alive.
Yeah, but the jelly don't do no thinking.
I'm pretty sure they're all thinking. Their whole body is their nervous system.
Their whole body is their thinking.
Yeah, basically. That's why.
So if they lose a limb, they get like a lobotomy?
Probably.
Each limb is 4 IQ points.
I'm
Oh,
sending you back to 3rd grade. No, cuts off like 3 legs.
oh man, I just watched my brother Bob get eaten by a sea turtle. Well, time to rip off one of these tendrils. Ah, blissful ignorance to whatever I just
Oh,
forgot.
those are the wrong synopses. That those were remembering my graduation. No, wrong tentacle.
But how does he know
Oh,
he
man.
graduated now?
Those were remembering something else. I don't remember what.
I don't remember what they were.
He
But I
remembers
still remember.
graduating, but he doesn't remember the graduation. That's the tattoo.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. I know that I got this piece of paper. It's right here. But
It obviously
mean?
happened. I remember the after party of it. I just don't remember the actual event.
and I barely remember the after party, but not because I ripped off a tentacle.
Excuse me. I had a big glass of milk there.
Oh,
Yeah.
how many
that-
milks was in that milk?
Crazy.
All right.
1.
Oh, were you
No,
asking me a
apparently.
question? I was reading.
Yes.
something.
I said how many milks were in that milk, and then I was
this
met
is
with
a
nothing
normal
but
people.
silence.
It's a 1 milk.
Oh, dang.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, whatever happened to all the milks? Did you let your brothers try your concoction?
No, none of them wanted to try it.
But you did offer.
Ooh.
More or less, yeah. They all it was past that. We drank the oat milk wasn't bad. We drank all of that.
Mm.
Obviously the chocolate milk was gone very quickly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The what was it? The 1% or whatever it was, that was also just normal milk that was gone.
All
And then
the normal milks were gone, basically.
yeah, we actually still have the soy milk, pistachio milk, and some of the coconut milk because they really just do not taste good at all.
How surprising.
Okay, some
How-
of the coconut milk? How do you have
Yeah.
some?
Well, whatever was missing
Because
from
it's coconut milk, obviously. Gross.
I think my brother tried to make some of it in the chocolate milk,
Mm.
and also the milk I used from
Yeah,
the
Coconut
experiment. Other than
chocolate
that,
milk.
Did the coconut chalky milk taste good?
No.
according to him? Oh,
I mean, I can eat the Girl Scout cookies that are like coconut and
Or it might have
chocolate.
been the oat milk he made it with. I'm not sure, but in any
Oh,
case,
gross.
the only thing I've had with coconut that I actually enjoyed was like coconut as an ingredient for a specific smoothie I had, and that's because I could barely taste the coconut at all.
it's
the
very
everything
fine line.
else-
Yeah,
The everything else overpowered the coconut, and that made it enjoyable for me. I will
drank
not eat
coconut milk straight out of a coconut.
because I hate coconut flakes, and I will not drink coconut milk because that shit is ass.
basically only the oat milk was salvageable.
Yeah, my first introduction to coconut things was a real coconut that I got from County Fair. And me and my grandpa bought it and drilled a hole in it. Like, oh, we'll drink this straight out of the source. And it was fucking revolting.
Oh jeez.
I almost threw up every time I sipped it.
Straight from the
So that I
source.
tried to get my grandma to sip it, but couldn't convince her that it tasted good.
It's so
Because
good.
I was a little kid who was bad at lying.
Oh, Grandma, you should try this.
Oh my god! Hey, Grandma, try some of this. It's really good.
He's like,
I say that that's
I
the
tried
reason why
that
I
shit
got so
back in
sick,
Nam, boy. That shit was ass.
and not because we went to the dump just beforehand and I played with a slide whistle that I found on the ground.
Oh,
Coconut milk
what?
that made me sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the milk.
Both those things happened in the same day, so there's no definitive proof that one was worse than the other for my health.
Well, you're probably right. It probably was the milk.
Yeah. See? You're the only one who's agreed with me so far.
I wouldn't put it out that the slide whistle
What's the
assisted.
difference between coconut milk and coconut water?
Coconut water is the water that comes in a
Yeah,
coconut.
I guess I drank the coconut water. You're right. The milk is what after you scrape all the outsides, the liquid that's all milky.
Yum.
So the water is what you dump out of the coconut. The milk is the liquid produced once you scrape all of the meat out of the coconut.
And speaking of very hard, very dubious.
Me? Okay.
Whoa.
Speaking of very hard, very dubious exotic fruits, I want to try a durian one of these
Oh
days.
god, I would love to try a durian.
Is that the stinky?
Is that?
It's stinky, but it tastes like vanilla ice cream, right?
I've
What?
heard that it has the
Apparent-
consistency
all-
of string cheese.
All I know about it is it smells bad but tastes good to some people. And
It's
I'm pretty
okay.
sure it's supposed to
enough
taste like
experience.
vanilla ice cream.
I feel
I
like
heard
But
that it
apparently it's
tastes like-
stank and texture.
I heard it tastes like. I heard that just tastes like meat. Is what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
I heard it tastes
It's like they're
like
very different things. Maybe
I've
I'm
heard
talking about a jackfruit. I might be thinking about a jackfruit.
Is that
Oh.
the one that looks
Like
like
a
a durian
jackfruit.
but is bigger?
It might be.
is that one red?
'Cause I've seen one of those in Walmart before, and I was like, "Dude, look at the size of this thing! It's huge!" And I didn't get it.
Let's
but,
play volleyball with it.
no, you don't want to play volleyball.
They're probably too heavy and pokey.
And it's
And
very
spiky.
spiky.
Yeah.
The spikiness is the main reason why you don't want to play volleyball with a jackfruit, Riley.
Mhm.
You spike that shit and it's not leaving your hand. Let's just say that.
Yeah, baby. Just like punch, man.
So you shouldn't do what that one guy did with the cactus.
Talking about
What?
Houston Jones.
I don't know. I remember seeing a video way back in the day. This guy was in the back of a truck driving around the desert looking for
Oh.
the biggest cactus they could find, and they
Yeah.
found one, and he just dived into it without any clothes
Wasn't
on.
that Star Wars Fatty
Oh.
or something?
I don't know.
Or whatever his name is.
And then
I
a
know what you're
second of
talking
him
about,
being in
though.
there, just
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that video. That was great. That was peak entertainment at the time.
yeah. Riley, if I give you $1, would you jump into a cactus without any clothes on?
No.
And let us videotape you naked jumping into a
Yeah,
cactus.
that was my main concern. The first thing,
Oh, the nakedness.
You
is
can
your
wear
concern?
okay. You
No,
can wear like
cactus.
some underwear or something. I'll allow you to wear some underwear.
There's you guys would have to pay me $1 million for me to agree to something like that.
I'd do
You
it
have
for
to pay me.
1,000.
You have to pay me a life-changing
only
amount of
1,000,
money
Gavin.
to
Wow.
go through that kind of pain.
Yeah, because all you got to do is spend like a week picking spikes out of your body. I'd do it for 1,000.
It's like just hugging a porcupine, basically.
Yeah.
No, it looks worse than that, right?
Well, porcupine spikes are worse than.
Yeah, they're longer.
The
and-
quills.
Yeah, because they can like shoot those into you, can't
And
they?
Yeah.
porcupine spikes are barbed, and
Yeah.
cactuses are not.
like a bee sting.
Yeah.
$1, Jack? Why would I accept
Yeah,
it for
oh.
$1?
Well, because we would all pay you $1 to do it. I mean, nobody
so
would
it's-
not be willing to
So
pay
it's
you $1
basically
to
a
do
$5. Now that
that.
Oh, yeah,
changes.
it
I
just-
think everybody would pay you $1. Yeah.
I wouldn't pay him $1 because I didn't agree to pay him.
Oh,
I
okay.
would
But we're down to
watch.
$4.
I'm sure Austin would pay you $1.
Yeah.
We all agree to pay him like $5. That's like $20 right there.
Wow, this just 20x'd. You're making a profit, dude. At this rate.
I think we would all pay you $5 to jump into a cactus.
Yeah, I'm just imagining.
If you jump into it naked, I will personally give you $20.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? Someone said something reminded me in Cars. Lightning McQueen
Yeah.
says, "Float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer," and
Yeah.
Beamer being slang for BMW. As a kid, I didn't know that was the
Wait.
slang, so I was convinced that he was saying beaver.
I thought he was
he's
saying
not
beaver.
saying beaver?
No, it's Beamer, which is slang for BMW.
Yeah, I learned later that too. I also thought.
I thought it was beaver this whole
I was like,
time.
sting like a beaver. I was like, beavers sting people? What?
But
I just
I've
thought
never-
it was-
I've
I thought it
never
was just
questioned
some-
it. I've
Yeah, I just
never
thought it was
questioned
some
it.
old person saying.
I haven't seen. I've only seen Cars once, and that was when I was a little kid. So thankfully, I don't have to deal with the embarrassment that you guys are dealing with.
This is life
Dude,
changing.
when I was a kid,
stuff.
that was my movie. I watched that shit like 50
I
times.
loved Cars.
Oh, what was my movie?
I had quality trash kids movies to watch.
I don't know what my movie was. I know my
Like,
sister's
fuck
movie.
Lion King. Who needs that? I'll just watch Cars again.
Person who
my.
never watched it.
I know I watched a bunch of like Teletubbies and Rugrats.
I did watch a lot of that.
And I'm
Dude, I watched that shit
scarred
like, not
from
when I
them.
was.
Teletubbies
I
are the
never
creepiest
had-
thing.
I
The
never
eye or
had
the stun. Oh,
baby son.
baby son, yeah.
And I never had the opportunity to watch Teletubbies as a kid.
So you lucked out.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen it only once when I was a kid, and never again after that.
It's like
I
the
think I
olden
saw
version
some-
of the modern, like, Bubble
I know
Guppies.
what Teletubbies
Hey,
is.
Bubble
It's
Guppies is
nothing-
way better than Teletubbies, Jack.
Yeah, it's nothing like Bubble Guppies. I don't know what kind of crack you're smoking.
No, Bubble Guppies is like the
Why aren't you
modern day version.
sharing?
Jack, have you even watched Bubble
What are you
Guppies?
talking about?
What the fuck is bubblegum?
Guppy Guppies! Bubble! Guppies!
Jack,
Guppies! Bubble
Teletubbies
Guppies!
Teletubbies is LSD for kids.
Oh
That's
my
what
god, this
Teletubbies
show?
is.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Bubble Guppies than
Teletubbies was
Teletubbies.
LSD for adults.
That we let kids watch it?
I might go as a Teletubby for Halloween. I'm debating.
Oh my
There's
gosh,
a costume at
you would scar some people.
yeah. There's
Maddie,
a costume at
Can we be
Party City or
Teletubbies for
whatever, but it's like
Halloween?
$60.
What
was that?
Couples.
Huh?
Gavin's couple's costume with his.
Yeah, I'll be the
significant
long
other.
straight one, and you'll be the one with the circle. We'll be perfect. You know the shapes on the
Yeah,
head?
yeah. Obviously, the
Yeah,
shapes on the
so,
head.
So Gavin
What? He's
Gavin
red
wants to
or
be-
purple?
Gavin wants to be Tinky Winky, and I
Oh,
Pretty-
yeah, that's perfect for me.
Tinky
I think the
Winky.
circle
Why do you
one
know
is
the
the
names?
because one of the streamers I watch,
Oh.
he has like an ongoing bit with the Teletubbies where he gives them these stupid voices like, "Oh, Tinky Winky, I'm the purple one," and they all look like the fuck sometimes.
That sounds exactly like him. What do you mean? Weird voices.
They don't speak.
I haven't seen. I
I'm
haven't
the
seen-
purple one over here.
I'm the purple one.
They
He-
eat.
he
They eat
did
a bunch
this-
of cookies,
He
right?
did this. He did this AI storybot thing where like
Oh boy.
he came up with like a
Oh boy.
prompt for like a Teletubbies related story. And he's like,
Aw.
Tinky Winky, this is pretty fucked up. And then the AI responded with, "I'm the purple one. I do what I want."
He knows
Okay,
what he
okay.
wants. You can't
Do
question
what you
that.
I should find the video after this podcast. What I just didn't do it justice at all.
I enjoyed it.
We all enjoyed it.
But yeah, Tinky Winky and Poe are the only ones I know because Poe is just an easy name to remember, and Tinky Winky is funny enough for me to remember. I don't
That's
know the
fair.
other two.
Yes.
It's probably like Clyde or something.
Indubitably.
I know it's not. I know. You think they have some basic bitch ass names, except for Poe.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but oh man. So did Maddie agree to the
No.
couple's costume?
What?
No, she doesn't want to dress up.
Oh,
She doesn't want to have
man.
fun. It's Halloween and go in
Oh.
costume.
A tragedy.
Terrible.
I'm going to dress up without her. I'm going to dress up as both.
Both the straight one and the circle one.
Imagine you guys buy like a thing of candy to give out to kids for Halloween.
Someone's going up my stairs.
Yeah,
They'd have to go up the stairs. They go up the
because the
stairs.
only-
Open the
but
door.
because the only obvious door is Jack.
And the baby son is the only one to greet them.
You trust Jack.
They run
with
down the
candy?
stairs.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
Jack is the only is the only direct, obvious door. You address the candy to Jack. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, I totally got it."
Yeah,
then-
give me this bag of candy.
Yeah.
And then you come down there the next day, all the candy's gone. You're like, man,
Yeah, hand
a
them
lot of
out.
kids must have come by to get the candy. Jack's like, oh yeah,
The
yeah,
kids.
totally. Yeah, well, he's just like 5 times fatter because he ate all the candy.
5 times. Jeez.
Like when Patrick ate everything, he's like, now I'm gonna starve. And
You
pants
hit
down
my
his greasy gullet.
boy.
You took my only food. Now I'm gonna starve.
That's
Yep.
exactly how Nintendo feels when someone pirates a 1990s NES game.
That they're selling
It's
for the
too
exact same
accurate.
price as the
Right.
brand
Oh,
new
they're
game
not even
currently.
selling, Gavin.
They aren't even selling
Oh.
it.
Yeah, they're not selling NES.
Can I
Yeah.
buy it? No. Can I get it from a collector? Not for less than $1,000. Oh, well, I'll just pirate it? No.
No, that's illegal.
Nah.
Oh boy, I finally get to play Star Tropics. Nuh-uh. That's emulated. You
Yeah, we
can't do
will remake the game, and it will cost $60.
We'll remake the game in the
At
90s
least.
again. Don't worry.
Similar graphics, similar everything, but modern prices.
that. Hey,
There
Hey,
we
you like
go.
you like this Super Mario All-Stars collection we've been releasing ever since the 90s? Like every time we get a new console? Well, it's $60 now.
technically-
even though it's the same game from the 90s.
Weren't most games sold at like the same price? Has games? I think the games have gone up in price, but I don't think it's by
Yeah,
that
no
much.
shit.
Yeah, adjusted
It's
for
by the rate of
inflation, they're very
inflation.
close.
Yeah.
Because games back in the day didn't cost much, but the dollar was worth so much.
But they should cost
Oh,
the same
okay,
as
okay.
back in the day, is what we're saying.
Oh, I see.
Old games shouldn't be adjusted for inflation prices.
Yeah.
Oh,
They should be cheaper. You're right.
They should just stay the same.
But
I
I'm
think.
not talking about a AAA title over here, Max. Okay, no. AAA
Yeah, we're just talking about Nintendo, a very niche,
very
subsection of
small.
gaming.
very
Come on,
small.
Underground, you know.
You might have heard of them.
I'm not talking
Not
about
really,
shit.
but just
Sorry, let me reiterate. I'm not talking about shit like Grand Theft Auto, which has this huge open world and a lot of graphics and shit. I'm talking about I'm talking about a collection of 4 different 18-bit games from the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo
Nope,
that
straight to
they've been
Jen.
releasing on every single console. They just up the price for each one, even though it's the same fucking game over and over again.
That's how they do it.
That's how
Oh,
they
I'm
make
telling you.
money.
They have a
They
100
need the
release
money.
they're literally broken starving. Do you really want Nintendo to go home broken starving? Have a heart.
Yeah,
Buy-
Mr. Nintendo
Buy a Nintendo
will
game today.
starve without these
You
prices.
can see his bones because he's so thin. Does this make you feel good when you go to bed at night?
Yeah, he's so broke. He had to open a love hotel chain for a couple of years
He's
there.
so broke he had to lie and cover up stick drift on the Nintendo Switch.
Bad.
Dick Drift, never heard of her.
Man, and, Nintendo hardware, it's not been doing as good these days. Back in the Game Boy era, though, you had Game Boys that could survive like wars, and
Nuclear
shit.
blasts.
Yeah, you had a Game Boy that survived a nuclear blast.
They were in
Well,
competition with Nokia at the time.
Meanwhile, you pick up a fresh Joy-Con and it's already drifted. There's nothing you can do
It's
about
drifted
it.
in the package. But only the left
Yeah.
one.
Joy-Cons are the new gotcha from Nintendo. You gotta try and find the rarest no drift.
The no drift one.
Yeah.
There's a guy
It's
that
It's funny because Nintendo already has a gotcha in the form of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that's the new
Probably
one.
other stuff.
They have lots of gotchas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all their old games being sold at modern prices. Gotcha.
Oh!
you
Yeah,
thought it
got
was going to
some
be
money.
a discount because it's 40 years old.
My favorite was they remade Pikmin 3 on the Switch. It was $60, but you could still buy the Wii U version on their eShop for $60. They didn't discount the original
Wow.
after they made the remake.
Yeah, it sounds like exactly what we're saying is true.
I know.
Everything is sold at modern prices.
I'm still a little mixed on how I feel about Pikmin 3 Deluxe. On one hand, it has several things which I like, but on the other hand, it changes things which I prefer the
Yeah.
original over it.
For sure.
So it's
It's way easier to get out of bounds than the remake.
I'm not a speedrunner freak like you are, so I wasn't going to say about that. I'm talking about from a casual perspective.
Yeah, I played the game
Was it just-
casually.
It's just so bad that you're just like walking, you just fall through the ground.
No, you don't see that.
No,
$3 of
game.
You can
No,
just
no,
you can just walk straight up the wall.
No, see, Max, if you want to walk and just
Straight
fall
up.
to the ground, play Super Mario Sunshine. It's more likely to happen in that.
I've never played any of those.
Nintendo doesn't have the worst ideas though.
Well, they've got pretty good games, and that's
They
why
are-
they say $60 for
they
each one.
We never said anything about the quality of their games. It's just
Yeah,
their prices.
Yeah, just the
and
prices.
Most Nintendo games are pretty high quality. It's kind of why they get away with being able to have their own games exclusive to their own console.
I don't
Did
know
you
if
guys hear about what the new CEO of Logitech wants to do?
I did
No.
not.
Do I want to?
I mean, they want to make it to where when you buy a mouse, you have to pay a subscription to use it.
Oh my
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Christ!
because the mouse was gonna have software updates. Because
Oh, right.
My mouse has software updates.
Why does the mouse need software updates?
I don't know because
Because software needs to be updated.
Oh, sorry.
Right,
As
you're
a
missing-
programmer, I understand software updates.
I think there's a
very
very simple
well.
solution to this problem. Just don't buy Logitech mouses.
Yeah, what mouse do I have?
Aren't they pretty leading edge on
The
mouses?
real reason is because the government was like, they were crying because they didn't have enough backdoors. And they're like, can we please have another one? They're like, okay, well, software update mice.
Ah,
There's like
perfect.
there's like a launcher. that, like,
Mouses
you
are
install on
amazing
your-
to be able to take control of. We love it.
Well, it's not the mouse, but it's the soft. You have to install like a piece of software that just runs on your computer to make sure your mouse software is up to date.
Oh,
This
so
is-
we constantly need to upgrade our computers to handle all the new software that's going to be constantly running in
Yeah,
the background.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is-
I see the
This
game
is
now.
just like like any Kickstarter terrible idea. What was it like the Juicero? Any
Juicero.
Isn't that the
Sad.
juicer with their own juice in a bag that you had
Yeah,
to use?
yeah, and then you
That's
connect
one
it
of
to
my
the
open the
favorite
bag.
stories
Yeah,
of all time.
but you
The
connect it to the
Juicero.
internet and it just works because it's like connect to the internet, man, and it'll keep track of the juice that
That
you've been
was
I'm
using.
like,
such
yeah,
a
man.
product.
You squeeze the juice, man.
Man, that was the era of like, we need a smart product for everything. Yeah.
That was like the shitty Kickstarter era. There was like a new shitty Kickstarter like every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the snake oil era and then the shitty Kickstarter era.
The shitty
Oh.
Kickstarter era is our version of the snake oil.
Now we're just on like AI slop video era.
Yeah.
Like I
Everybody's
scroll
buying
YouTube
all the
shorts and,
stupid
like every
videos
video.
that they're seeing.
Yeah.
Here's a progression. Snake oil. Then we got the shitty Kickstarter. After that, we had NFTs.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
I think we're missing a
in
few in between.
between that, we had
Missed the whole
fake
crypto.
health foods. I'm pretty sure, like all these things claiming to be healthy, but they're not.
Oh yeah.
Organic.
Yeah.
That used to be huge.
Oh yeah, organic
That's-
shit. Yeah,
That's just normal food, though. That's
yeah.
just
That's just capitalism. Get over this guy.
All milk was somewhere in there, I'm sure of it.
oh, yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
As a national phenomenon. Yeah.
The all milk
On
era.
the top, Gavin, you just made me remember something. I have an update on the Lunchly situation.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
no.
Gosh, I just
think
finished
might know
editing
what
the
you're talking
podcast
about,
for that.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
there's been some
Do
Yeah.
update.
Breaking news! Children dying? Question mark.
Am I good?
so people have been getting Lunchlys, and what they've been finding is moldy cheese.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought you were going.
Oh jeez.
The
No,
real cheese that they use that is so much more superior than.
Well, you know it's real
Lunchables.
because it's moldy now, right?
Yeah. Only real cheese gets rotten.
Yeah.
I've seen, I think, the same video, Cameron. The best part is these Lunchleys are like months away from expiring, according to the
Yeah.
Oh
box.
wow.
And they open them up, and like the cheese slice is just green.
But it's not just
Uh,
one video; it's many.
Oh
many.
yeah, there's a lot of them.
I've only seen one shredded cheese video
Like there's
with mold
like,
on it.
a video where a girl heard the rumors of there being moldy cheese in
This
the
can't be
lunch.
real.
So she bought a Lunchly just to see, and it's like, all right, first Lunchly, moldy cheese. That's great. And then she like did a parody of like what I think KSI said in their Lunchly promo video, where he said, "We like our cheese melty," but instead she said, "We like our cheese moldy."
What you're saying is for the next video we do, we should all buy a bunch of Lunchleys
Gosh,
No,
no,
I'm
no.
not-
We
and
don't
then
want to
make
spend
a whole
money
bunch
on
of
that.
money off of
refuse.
lawsuits based off of
I
eating
refuse.
moldy food.
No, I refuse to give money to
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
Well,
Mr.
we're going to take their money when we sue them for selling us moldy food when it's months before the expiration
That
date.
seems like a big hassle. I
yeah,
don't think I
big
need that
hassle with big
hassle.
rewards.
I
Ah.
really want to like
I'm not
buy their
telling-
products like comically.
But
I
I'm
have never bought one of their products, so that's fine, I
I
guess.
bought-
I always
I
see it
bought the
discounted.
I bought a
It's
Feastable.
discounted.
I bought a
We'll just wait a week and it'll be like 80% off.
I bought a
Found
bought-
moldy, 80% off.
I bought a Feastable before Mr. Beast tanked his reputation, and
Yeah.
it's just chocolate.
Just
It's
chocolate.
fine.
I'm doing a
Oh,
survey.
alright.
Is a Tootsie Roll considered chocolate?
I think it's considered chocolate, but I wouldn't agree with that consideration.
Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase. Would you consider it chocolate?
No.
No.
I don't know, it's too.
I would consider it its own category of Tootsie.
It's a Tootsie.
Yeah,
Too chewy.
I
to be
think it's in a category of its own.
Yeah, Tootsie Roll is like its own food type almost, or candy.
Yeah, it's a
Totally.
Tootsie.
It's. I'd say
Tootsie's the
I'd say it's
brand. They
more,
have
I'd say
fruity
it's
Tootsies.
more like Tootsie Rolls.
Oh,
are
I'm
more-
sorry, it's a roll. Does that make more sense? No, it's a fucking Tootsie.
Tootsies are more like taffy than they are chocolate.
Okay,
Agreed.
okay.
Yeah, they're made out of caramels and taffy. They use cocoa powder, not cocoa butter, so that means they are not chocolate.
So it's flavored caramel taffy. So
Mm.
Yeah, chocolate flavored. Yeah.
Anyways, in relation to the lunch fleece stuff, KSI is still melting down over the Dan TDM, and Dan TDM still hasn't replied.
Hasn't replied. That is a pro play right there.
remain
But
stoic
it
throughout.
gets better because at
I
some
love
point
better.
during the week, KSI dropped his hit new song. I don't know what it's
Oh
called.
God,
But
It's
apparently,
called
but all I know about it
I
is it's
Hate Dan
apparently
TDM,
sick
like-
of it or something.
Yeah, and dude, like people immediately started dunking on him for his absolute ass cheek song.
It's
That-
just below mediocre in my personal opinion.
And and like even Opera's official Twitter account came out and said we will be adding a new feature that will automatically mute the tab if this song accidentally plays.
And his ice sculpture in the video definitely looks like, I don't know his name, the other guy though, that it is always compared to.
And
There's an ice sculpture of him singing, but it looks exactly like a different streamer.
Yeah.
Like
And-
every
but yeah.
detail.
yeah, KSI has been melting down over Dan TDM still to this day. He's melting down over people not liking his shitty song. He's going out and trying to copyright claim as many videos talking about him as possible. So
He doesn't even watch the video. He's just like, oh, they're talking about me. Must be negative. Copyright.
basically,
Oh boy,
have
does that mean we're
a,
going to be copywritten right here?
Well, we talked about him.
We're doomed.
Copyright danger.
but that's enough about KSI. That's basically everything about him. I also have an update for a small
Update.
for the Jack
Wow.
Doherty situation.
Oh, is that
The
the guy
dude-
with the messed up car?
Yeah, he's the one who crashed his $200,000 McLaren.
Oh, okay.
Rough.
So I'm pretty sure he's still banned off Kick, and now he's begging for money on TikTok and YouTube.
Oh, gosh.
yay.
Yeah. He also made it up to Michael, his cameraman, for almost getting him killed in that crash by buying him a
That's nice.
jet ski.
A jet
Oh.
ski?
But he
A
made
jet
sure to
ski?
So he can
emphasize-
relive the
Seems pretty cheap.
hydroplaning?
But he made sure to emphasize, you know what, guys? It was supposed to be my birthday, but you know what? It's both of our birthdays now. He's always wanted this jet ski, and I want to make it up to him. And I'm pretty sure he did that for A, publicity, and B, because he doesn't want to get sued by this guy who's probably, hopefully, not going to be friends with him anymore.
I would need more than a jet ski at that point.
Yeah, I'd take the jet ski. Thanks, dude. I'm suing you tomorrow.
A jet ski's like me buying Jack a marble as an apology.
But it's a cool
Yeah.
marble, man. It can go in water.
Cool marble.
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
you've always wanted it.
Purple.
The purple marble.
Cat's eye marble, baby.
It's an Orpal marble. But
Purple marble.
I have one more dumb, stupid, dumb influencers thing to
That's
talk
all.
about. Yeah.
Trifecta.
So y'all know about the hurricane fiasco, right?
Yeah,
It's-
Melton.
It's been
That
it's been
Melton.
ravaging. It's
Didn't
been
know the
kind of
name, but I
ravaging.
knew
it's.
the
I'm
news,
pretty
yeah.
sure it's over. It's been over for like a week now.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Well, this story has to
Topical.
deal with Hurricane Melton.
Okay.
And what happened is Asmongold, I believe, he contacted two specific IRL streamers to go out into the hurricane and capture footage of the hurricane, and he would pay them a fuck ton of money. I don't remember how much the
Oh,
bounty
jeez.
but he
Risk your life for a bunch of money.
tapped
Okay.
two streamers with that insane amount of cash. The issue is a lot of other people assumed that they were in on the challenge too. So there were other
So much of the victims.
dumbass IRL streamers who went out in like the places where there was going to be the hurricane showing up, expecting to
Oh,
get
my.
a huge payout if they got the footage for it. Now, there is one guy who was sitting in a tent on an air mattress.
Oh my god.
That's a choice.
If the waters come, I'll float away anyway. I'll be safe.
When a hurricane was prospected to show up in that area, and the entire time was like, oh, man, oh boy, I'm probably gonna die here, man. You know, when I get the money, I want you to send it to my family. You know, man.
Not it.
And Asmongold had to go into this dude's chat and tell him, bro, I am not paying you. You were not. I did not contact you to do this. Get the fuck out of there and save yourself.
Man.
I
That's not the
contracted
one-
very specific people, not you.
Can you contract
But
me
that's not the-
anyways?
A lot of
But that's
Walmart
not the-
goldfish. Get out of here.
That's not the only one I want to talk about. There was another guy who, because like the city evacuated because the hurricane was supposed to go through that area, but I don't think it wound up doing so, or at least not in the area where this dude was at. This guy broke into some guy's apartment to camp out in there and capture hurricane footage inside that apartment. And
Huh.
the entire time, this dude's like, he called up his boy Ice Poseidon, and the entire time, Ice Poseidon's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die." Dude's like,
That's reassuring.
Oh, gonna die.
"Man, I'm gonna get some crazy hurricane footage in here, right? Yeah, but you're gonna die. The power's probably gonna go out, isn't it? Yeah, the power's gonna go out, and you're gonna die. I can't film with no power.
You can't film well dead.
Am I gonna have internet? No, the internet's gonna be out too. You're gonna die. Oh man, well, if I turn on the generator? Oh, if you turn on the generator inside the building, it's gonna build up a lot of gas and you're gonna die. No, well, what if I turn on the generator outside? Well,
then it'll get destroyed.
You'll have power, get full of gas, and you're gonna die.
Well, you can't do that, but 3 things are gonna happen. It's either A, you're gonna die, B, someone else is gonna die, or C, you and that someone else is going to die.
Where'd the second person come in?
I don't remember the full context. I'm going off of my memory bank notes.
You're gonna die, the owner of the generator's gonna die, or you're both gonna die.
And then I suppose science like, if I was you in your position, I would still
try not to die.
I do it for the content, man. The content.
Yeah.
For the vine.
For the vine.
Do it for the vine.
At some point during the stream, the local news like typed in this dude's chat asking, "Hey, I'm with this local news station. Can we use your footage for our news broadcast?" And guys like, sure. I don't believe you're actually with the news. Do you think I am stupid? But
yeah,
you can use my footage. I don't care.
You seen what you're doing?
And then, like, sometime later, the cops showed up to the building because this dude committed a crime which, in the state of Florida, could give him up to a life in prison for like.
What did he do?
He was charged with armed robbery because he broke into like some guy's apartment when there was like a hurricane that was supposed to happen through that
evacuation order.
Yeah, and the cops even came out and said, anybody who thinks about doing stupid shit like looting during this natural disaster, you will be fucking promptly punished. It's not gonna
he videotaped him doing it.
Yeah.
Also, here's 900 hours of me violating the law. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're not a real officer.
And the icing on the cake, he wouldn't have even gotten the money from this because he was not one of the 2 people Asmongold specifically challenged to do this.
Well, I thought he would get the money for sharing it with the news, but since he didn't believe it in the news and just said, "Sure, you can just have it," he just lost.
You think the news pays people for the?
They sometimes pay people.
I'm sure if he was like, "Yeah, if you give me something,
like $100,
you can do it." But he wasn't like that. He said, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah, I'll just do it, man.
I do thought he was gonna get like 76 grand or something from Asmongold.
Instead, he got life in prison.
Potentially.
Oh, still pending.
We have a winner.
I don't know if he actually got life. I haven't looked into like his actual sentencing. I just know what he was charged for.
Being a stupid doodle butt.
Also in the stream when the cops were yelling at him from the stairway, he had like his little pocket knife out. He decided to put it away as the cops went up the stairs.
Probably a good choice.
Wait, was he
I have a nail filer.
He was streaming. Yeah, he was an IRL streamer. He was streaming this whole thing.
Oh my gosh!
He streamed himself committing an actual felony.
Like that Spider-Man scene. Oh no, my weakness! You found my weakness. It's tiny knives.
Speaking of guys streaming themselves doing felonies, this is old news at this point. This is nothing recent.
I'm starting an IRL channel.
No.
Oh boy.
But there was this guy named Neon, who is another very hateable, very unlikable IRL streamer guy who is known for being a public nuisance. All those guys tend to be on Kick, but this guy Neon decided to do like a collaboration interview stream with a guy named Squeeze, who is the self-proclaimed most dangerous driver in New York.
Oh my god.
And
okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
And this guy's whole content is he would like constantly speed on the streets of New York, throwing caution in the wind. He doesn't care if he crashes or if he crashes into somebody else or if he hits somebody. He doesn't care about any of that shit. He just cares about going fast and putting other people's
Fast.
lives at risk. And Neon decided that this is a guy whose car he wanted to jump into as he interviewed him.
Oh yeah.
And naturally, as you'd expect, Squeeze was doing his usual shenanigans. And as this guy was speeding and fucking whizzing past cars and shit, the entire time, Neon, being the little bitch boy that he is like, Squeeze! Squeeze! Stop! Squeeze!
It's like you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah. And then, like, when he inevitably actually fucking, like bumped into another car and it peeled out immediately after, I was like, drop me off here! Stop me off! I want to get off! And then, like, he and his buddies got out of Squeeze's car, ran to, like, their own car, and then he's like, oh man, that's crazy. I didn't know he was gonna do that. I didn't know.
Local man jumps into starving lion pit. You won't believe what happens next.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Unfortunately, that article starts with, at the young age of 5, when young Thompson was walking around his village, he always admired the local wildlife. And then 13 hours of reading later, you finally get to the fucking punchline.
Though, Max, your analogy of jumping into a lion pit made me remember a tiger pit story. And this was about a couple of chuckle fucks who fucked with a tiger at a zoo. And these
Were they chuckling? Or were they fucking?
They were chuckling.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know what they were doing specifically, but they were doing stuff to piss off this tiger inside the tiger den. And that's when they found out that the 12
fucked around and found out.
That's when they found out that the 12-foot deep hole that the tiger's pit is in isn't meant to keep the tigers inside of there. It's meant to keep dumbasses from falling into the thing. Because when that tiger was pissed off enough, she jumped the 12 feet out of the hole and killed one of the guys.
Oh my gosh.
So,
we're gonna have to some new regulations.
I slightly similar story.
13-foot pit.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't fuck with tigers.
Actually, 13 is a bad number. 14-foot pit.
No, see, it's if they use 13, Gavin, the tigers will also think it's a scary number and won't be able to jump it.
Jump that high.
Yeah.
But I also have another vindictive tiger story. This one's unrelated to zoos.
Why do you just have tiger stories? He just holds tiger stories.
Because I binged Casual Geographic content like a few weeks ago, and I know some fun animal facts and stories and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyway, so this one,
this guy died.
So this one's somebody does die in this story.
Oh, spoilers!
Wow! I don't even want to hear it now. I'm gonna pull a Jack and leave.
This one's about tiger in the forest this time, not a zoo. And this tiger was doing tiger things. He was hunting. He was killing. The things tigers usually do. But there was a hunter who was feeling a little devious that day. He shot the tiger and then stole the tiger's food, which he just killed, and was going to eat himself. And this tiger was so fucking pissed off, he tracked down the dude's scent, found the guy's cabin, ravaged it, then staked it out until the guy came back before he promptly killed the guy and dragged him off into the forest, never to be seen again.
So when you say shot, do you mean like
Like
anesthetic or
and it ran away?
Yeah, what do you mean by shot?
What the fuck do you
did he put him to did he use a tranquilizer dart or did he go with the gun and went kapoom and he
when
just
you
missed?
Shot him, I thought, dead.
Yeah.
You're like, tracked him down.
Yeah. So
zombie lion. All of a sudden.
He probably thought he killed him, but I guess he didn't.
Okay.
He missed a vital spot.
So he hit like I don't know, You get one of the legs, and then
He hit the meat and gristle,
I
but
took
no
an arrow to
bones
the
or
knee.
organs.
then the tiger played possum.
I don't think the tiger played possum. The tiger was probably out of it for at least enough for the guy to take his kill.
But didn't
If it was
bleed
a
out.
tranquilizer, yes. If it was a bullet, the thing would have ran away.
So in conclusion, that hunter died.
Don't
Yeah.
fuck with giant animals that are hungry. That's the conclusion of that
Don't
story.
fuck with the king of the jungle, yeah.
And that's why we don't mess with Jack.
Don't fuck with giant animals, period, because have you heard of Cape buffaloes? They're
I haven't.
Cake buffaloes?
They're fine.
Chocolate or vanilla cake buffaloes?
Cape buffaloes.
Are they
Oh, the
buffaloes like
superhero
on the cape?
buffaloes?
No,
Like the
they're buffaloes that make lions tremble in fear. They're a run
Only
on
groups of
site.
them.
So they're usually in groups.
They're run-on sentence bulls? That's crazy.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
That doesn't
buffaloes-
make sense.
Cape buffaloes.
He said run on site, but it's run on sentence.
Jack, Max, I'm about to throw you into right now.
Into a hungry lion pit that's only like 12 feet tall.
no, into a raging Cape buffalo stampede.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
line pit would probably be more pleasant. I don't know. I don't know anything about like how they kill other than like extreme blunt trauma. Like there's
I'm not sure how they kill you. It might have to do with the 13 tons they step on you with, but
And
It
could be
extreme
anything, really.
run
They ran me
trauma.
with, but you know, who knows?
and there's like videos of like a herd of Cape buffalo, and then like a lion cub would be sent flying like several feet up in the air, then land somewhere else in the huge herd of them. No, it's said that if you're hunting out in Africa where these things are, if you intend on shooting one, assume that's the only bullet. Assuming that you only have one bullet, because if you miss, then you're basically signing your own death warrant. Because these things don't fuck around.
Naturally.
wild hogs are, I hear, nasty
Oh
animals
god,
too.
yeah.
Like you'll pump them through full like multiple like
And
AR
they'll still
rounds, and they
charge
just
you.
keep going. Yeah,
Mm.
like you have to like mag dump them to get them to drop. It's crazy.
Or have a really high caliber rifle. from a
or
helicopter.
vaporize them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're either vapor or rage pebbles
I mean,
coming at
This is
you.
the fuck you caliber.
If you have an orbital space laser, you can probably take care
So
of
if you can't take out an elephant with the round, you're not taking out the boar before it gets to you.
it. Yeah. And mooses, I hear, are pretty scary too.
That's
They're
just,
cute.
like,
I never
bigger than
realized
people
for the long-
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought they were like deer sized. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
no.
They're like
They're
a deer
big.
on top of a deer size.
They're big.
Oh, you know what a really crazy video is? It was a video of
Are
two
you talking
bears.
about the reason why divers? Oh, no, okay.
No.
No, nothing about divers at
Okay.
all.
I thought you were going to talk about why a part of the orca's food diet is the mooses.
Like,
I'm curious to hear that after.
Yeah, we got to hear that afterwards, Gavin.
Yeah, but it's like bears are like so powerful. It's a video I saw of two bears fighting, and like
God,
they hit
bears
each
are
other
fucking
so
terrifying.
hard that like the water is like flying off of them because they hit so hard. It's like actually
Jeez.
crazy to see.
They vaporize
two
the
grizzlies
water as
fighting
they
each other.
strike.
Yeah,
that's
Like a mantis shrimp, but massive.
A mantis
That's
shrimp.
wild. Anyways, Gavin, what was your thing?
Apparently, moose can hold their breath for so long and dive so deep that they have become a significant food source for orca whales.
Hmm.
I knew that they were
So,
shockingly good.
they're like
swimmers,
penguins.
but I didn't know that they were in orca territory.
Yeah, no, they're a pretty significant food source for orca whales, and the video I watched about it was about a diver just going real deep and exploring the coral reefs or whatever divers do. and
Canada?
then seeing a fucking moose. Like, oh my god,
What are you doing
down
here?
here? And then the moose gets eaten by an orca. Like,
Oh my god!
like, imagine seeing that. You're diving, you're scuba diving,
Oh,
you're
look
going
at
around,
this
you see a
pretty
moose
coral.
right next to you, and then it gets eaten by an orca.
I just imagine doing a double take. It's like, oh, what is that? A moose?
I could be in the Marianas Trench and see a 50-foot-long giant squid and be less terrified than if I saw a giant fucking moose deep underwater.
Saw a moose hunting you, and then an orca saves you. It's like, what the hell's
Always a bigger fish.
There's always a
And then
bigger
you just
moose in
keep
the
on
sea.
looking, taking pictures of coral.
At that point, you might have hallucinated.
Orcas
It's like, oh man, this oxygen tank's filled with something weird. I need to resurface.
If I went scuba diving and saw a moose, I would never go scuba diving again.
God. My worst scuba diving experience was in a pool when the female gym teacher, and we all know how female gym teachers look. Oh
Yeah.
boy. I was like, I'm not getting any air out of my tank. She grabbed my mouthpiece, put it in her mouth, and was like, it's fine, put it back in. I was like, oh, no.
They get sanitized by the water.
That's
You know
exactly what she said.
you know how many, like, probably hundreds of other men and women wrap their mouths around that thing.
Well, at least they were my age and they didn't look like that.
They weren't the female gym teacher.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's fair. And you know, on this topic of like terrifying animals, the more I
Gym
learn
teachers.
about the ecosystem of Australia, like
Oh,
the
God.
more convinced I am that Australians are just like a completely separate breed of superhumans to be able to live in that place.
Oh my gosh.
Like-
What a terrible.
If I saw a wolf spider in this house, I would move.
Yeah.
I would commit arson.
I don't know if I'd
and
ever
move.
sleep again, honestly.
I mean, like wolves, wolf spiders are basically their daddy longlegs without many.
I know.
Oh,
That's the
jeez.
crazy part. They're so flippin' common.
Oh
And
gosh,
then
just
they have
another one.
fucking- They have
But they're
black
all-
lights on the outside of their house to illuminate the scorpions, so that when the scorpions infiltrate their house, at least they glow, so they know they're around.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
what are you doing?
Yeah, there's also some parts of Australia where like frogs decide to make their homes inside of people's toilets. So you'll see videos of
Frogs?
people flipping up their frogs. You'll see
Oh.
videos of people in Australia flipping up their toilet lids and just like a whole bunch of frogs just jump out of it.
Oh
That's
my
like when I lived
gosh.
in Wisconsin in the basement, and 2 different occasions, frogs came through my basement window and jumped right onto my bare feet. And I just all of a sudden felt something cold, slimy, and wet jump out of my damn foot, and I freaked the flip out.
See, Gavin, you got to be wearing socks. That wouldn't have happened
Apparently,
if you were wearing socks.
God, it was the scariest thing in the world, just being on your computer, watching YouTube, playing a game, and then all of a sudden, plop.
Apparently, you can't even splash around the water in the beaches of Australia because there is a type of fish which looks exactly like a stone, and it's also one
Is
of the
it a
most.
stonefish?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's
It's what
called.
it's
It would be
called.
criminal if they didn't name it that.
And it's also one of the most venomous fish out there. Like you step
And
on
it's
it,
attracted to splashing?
no, it just sits there, and it
Oh.
looks like a rock, so you don't know it's a rockfish or stonefish until you step on it. At which point it paralyzes your body while you're in the water.
Oh, that's a bad place to not move.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you not wearing socks in the water? Like,
What? Oh no, hold on. Some footwear are called aqua socks. So I'll give Riley this one and only time.
oh.
Because I have purchased aqua socks.
Where the
which
heck
have a
are these
rubber sole.
stonefish, anyways? Which?
Australia.
Oh, it's
motherfucker, what
sorry.
do you
We're
mean?
still on Australia. I should have
Are
guessed.
you not listening?
I remember the Australia. I just thought this was a separate
I
thing.
just thought Cameron was making a random statement all of a sudden.
He was wondering if it was like a North American rockfish.
Yeah, is this like a
And
Great
the
Lake
sugar-
rockfish? Like,
And the sugar on the cream, kangaroos.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've
Have
watched.
you ever seen Kangaroo Jack? Yeah.
I've
Those
seen.
things are vicious.
Are absolute fucking menaces, dude.
I've seen the live action Scooby Doo. I know what a
What
kangaroo
about
can do.
Kangaroo Jack though?
And there's a video of somebody parachuting, and as this person reached the ground, like 3 kangaroos fucking jumped her as she was approaching the ground.
What the fuck are you doing around here? Huh? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing around here?
There's a video of a guy driving in the middle of the night, and then a kangaroo jumps in the middle of the road, fucking drop kicks his windshield, and then jumps off.
Oh no.
Jeez.
There's another video where 2 kangaroos are just fucking fighting it out. One kangaroo drop kicks the other one into like a fucking iron plated wall. You know, like the iron sheet metal. He drop kicked the other kangaroo through one of those. So, yeah, don't fuck with kangaroos. They're terrifying. And none of these kangaroos are one of the super big jacked ones you see images of.
It's just a standard
These are
kangaroo.
the normal ass fucking like wimpy scrawny kangaroos.
You don't mess with any level of kangaroo.
Exactly. Because the only thing that's going to fuck with a kangaroo is a bigger, stronger kangaroo.
Hmm.
It's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger moose in the sea.
Yep.
Yes.
I hate to cut my time short, but I am exhausted. I need to go to bed.
Wow. What a quitter.
Sounds like a plan. We can call the podcast to an end.
I got one more. This one's a wholesome animal fact.
Okay,
All right.
let's end
Let's
on a
end
good
it
one.
off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wholesome.
Yeah. All right. So, did you know that
No.
a dog's ability to play fetch is an actual part of their genetic code?
No.
It's not something
I did not.
it isn't something we as humans taught.
What did we read their code?
It was the
No.
aliens who played fetch.
Ah.
What happened?
Okay, so it's an innate ability. Yeah.
There was a test done on wild wolves, like wild wolf pups who've had no contact with humans other than the humans who put them into the testing phase. But the testing involved specifically them not interacting with the humans. And then they took like some random pedestrians who the wolves have never even seen before. They had these random pedestrians throw a ball in the same room as the wolf pups. The wolf pups picked up the ball and took it right back.
Oh.
And apparently, this most likely comes from the super tight bro bond that wolves have
Bro
with
bond.
ravens. And
Oh.
apparently, wolves and ravens, they fucking love to play with each other. And fetch is one of the games they play. And that's the wholesome animal fact.
Well, interesting. I didn't know that about ravens, wolves, or wolf pups.
Nice. I just know that dogs can be like border collies or like actually like genuinely intelligent dogs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like,
I think they're the
super
most intelligent dog breed, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Like the bro bond between wolves and ravens are so tight that if a wolf in a pack like kills a raven buddy, the other wolves will fucking kick that wolf out. Like, whoa,
So
what the
glad the
fuck are you
birds did the
doing?
job for us then, I guess.
Well, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Clean and wholesome.
Oh yeah.
They fetch because birds made them do it.
Not
sounds
humans.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just taking advantage of already things.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
that'll do her on the podcast. So what should
That'll
the
do her.
topic be?
A
Next.
bottle opener.
Oh. Bottle opener.
Bottle
yeah.
openers. Yeah, that's
Bottle openers.
Because
yeah.
I'm holding one in my hand right now for
Oh,
some reason.
do I have some stories?
I
You
don't,
better-
but I'm glad you do.
I
Well,
use this bottle opener to open a can of Harito. The
I used
bottles
a
of
bottle opener
Doritos.
to open a can of
last
bottle openers.
I used it to open up the bottles of Doritos last week, and I haven't put it back in my kitchen since.
It's like when you buy a scissors and it's in like that awful.
Oh
plastic
my
package, and it's
gosh.
like, oh, if only I had a scissors right now.
Totally bad scissors.
Oh, yeah,
Jeez.
the scissors to open the scissors. To
Ah,
open the
oh, I
scissors,
know.
to
I'll
open
buy
the
this pack of scissors.
to
Ah,
open the
if only I had a pair of
scissors,
scissors
to
right
open
now.
the scissors, to open
Oh,
the
I know.
scissors,
I'll buy a
to
pack
open
of
the
scissors.
Whoever thought that kind of packaging was a good idea to invent needs to be like casted into the deepest pits of hell.
Just welded plastic together,
Yeah,
unopenable by the human hand.
it's the
Oh,
hardest.
so good.
fucking
It's a
plastic
security
to
thing.
think of, too.
What
Just do
security?
packaging that's like
We don't want
actually
people
welded.
getting into the scissors willy-nilly.
Without scissors. If you don't
You
own
know-
scissors, then you don't deserve to own scissors.
Yeah, exactly.
Scissors must have like a super high theft rate or something.
Like,
Not anymore.
They used
Because
to.
of the packaging. Oh my god.
There's a joke in The Amazing
It
World
solved the
of-
problem.
There's a
Exactly.
joke in The Amazing World of Gumball where I think his name's Bobbert, the robot. Gumball and Darwin like tasked him with protecting the environment, and he's scanning like the neighborhood around him, and he's seeing like the stupid stuff people have done to actively harm the environment. And one of them is like he sees a guy like opening up a box filled with packing peanuts. He pulls out a tiny package of scissors with the shitty plastic, like welded together casing. He pulls out another pair of scissors to open up that pair of scissors, and the entire time he's like, stupid, unbelievable, completely idiotic. And that basically sums it up.
Basically, scissor packaging sucks.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it all for the podcast. Come back next time for bottle openers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.